I'm Glenn Stebbings. I'm president and CEO of the GSIS companies. We are an insurance agency focused on developing programs for companies involved in logistics, both internationally and domestically, tailored insurance programs, risk management consulting, and claims support work. Many financial risks are present, but the largest financial risk, in my opinion, facing freight brokers is lawsuits and the cost to defend themselves and any potential judgments when third parties are injured or killed as a result of a motor carrier that they hired to move freight in the U.S. The largest was about $23 million. It involved a very substantial freight brokerage operation, and there were 2 fatalities and several individuals that were injured. And the jury found them to really be operating as a motor carrier. Even though they were not, the jury found them due to the nature of how they held themselves out. You compare that to a domestic freight broker, there is limited liability under freight broker authority. You could not have had a judgment of that sum if the jury held that they were operating as a freight broker. Motor carriers have unlimited liability. There's been no tort reform law, and so judgments could be as large as $23 million, some that could put people out of business easily. There are a number of accidents that arise each year where a motor carrier, a large truck, is involved, where there's either a fatality or an injury. There are actuarial statistics, studies of this over the last 10 years, and they support that on average 5,000 fatalities a year take place involving a large truck. Another 120,000 accidents occur where third parties are injured. So this happens with some real frequency. But the more scarier numbers is 95% of the truckers on the road only have $1 million of auto liability coverage. It seems like a large number, but if we look at the settlements, again, we've got studies of this. Actuarial statistics support the average settlement is $2.6 million. So let's compare those two numbers, $2.6 million to $1 million in coverage. What's a plaintiff attorney going to do? He's not going to be satisfied that there's enough coverage to respond to his client's expense and as such, they're going to draw in other third parties. Who's going to be drawn in? Shipper, who is on the bill of lading, the consignee, and if a freight broker put that shipper in that truck, they're going to be drawn into a lawsuit.